Hey, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I am super happy and excited to see all of you guys here. I hope you are all doing well. I actually have a little bit of a controversial video today. I'm going to be talking about Carhartt, and specifically, is Carhartt still worth it? Okay, so if you don't know what's going on with Carhartt, they're under some scrutiny from some of their wearers and some of their users and a part of their fan base over some political mandates that Carhartt has implemented in its company. And I'm not really going to speak to the political side of all of this, but Carhartt is under some backlash. They have turned off the comments on their Instagram page, and some notable people have been burning their Carhartt stuff and just all this crazy stuff, crazy backlash, and it looks pretty messy to some people. And like I said, I'm not going to speak on the political aspects of this issue. I'm going to be looking at this issue from the perspective in the eyes of an entrepreneur and a business owner who sells Carhartt for a living. So yes, if you are new to this channel, my name is Jacob and I'm a full-time online reseller. I own a reselling business where I buy and sell clothes on e-commerce sites such as Poshmark and eBay and Meacari. It's my full-time income, and I have been selling a lot of Carhartt over the past 4 years. Ever since I started my business, it's always been a staple in my business. Now, it doesn't make up the majority of my business, not by any stretch of the imagination. I sell hundreds of different brands and styles of products, but Carhartt definitely makes up a small percentage of my business. In preparation for this video, I actually went back and went through my numbers on Carhartt sales, and last quarter I sold almost $1,500 worth of Carhartt. It was about $1,442 worth of Carhartt in the last quarter. So I sell around $6,000 worth of Carhartt per year, and I always keep about $2,000 to $3,000 worth of Carhartt in my inventory at all times. So to back it up a little bit, Carhartt is not my primary source of income, but it's definitely a chunk. I mean, it's definitely, $6,000 per year is legitimate money. So I have had tons of experience selling Carhartt. I'm actually wearing this Carhartt hat right now, and if you've watched my videos for some time, you know I wear this hat all the time. I've had it for a few years, and it's just a good knock around hat. It was cheap. I wear it all the time, and you guys have probably noticed that. So the purpose of today's video is I'm going to talk about, is it still worth selling Carhartt? Is it still worth sourcing Carhartt for your inventory? See, I attract a lot of other people with reselling businesses or just business owners in general. So I'm going to be speaking through the lens of my business about what I'm going to do with Carhartt, if I'm still going to sell it, and maybe give you guys some tips and tricks if you are in a similar position, if you have a reselling business. Even if you don't sell clothes, I think this could translate to a whole bunch of different industries and business. This is really a critical thinking method. I'm just going to kind of break down my entire thought process on this situation and what I'm going to do, because it kind of hits home for my business. Okay, so long story short, am I going to keep on selling Carhartt? Is Carhartt still worth it? Yes, absolutely. I looked back at my numbers. Like I said, last quarter I had almost $1,500 in sales for Carhartt garments. I've sold tons of Carhartt garments throughout my years of business, probably over $10,000 worth. It has definitely generated me a decent amount of income. Now, I said I actually keep around $2,000 to $3,000 worth of Carhartt in my inventory at all times. And as a matter of fact, I sold 2 Carhartt pieces today alone. I've looked back through the week. I've sold about 12 total Carhartt pieces throughout the week. My business is growing and I seem to sell it more and more. So that $1,500 figure for last quarter is probably a growing figure. Yes, I think Carhartt is still worth it. If it's still selling for my business, then it's an obvious decision on what I need to do. It's as simple as it's a piece of inventory that I can source, that I sell regularly. It would be foolish to eliminate that from my inventory, because it is a money maker. So yes, I'm still going to sell Carhartt. It was a pretty easy decision. I still think it's worth it. Ultimately, I recommend, if you have a reselling business and you can find it for cheap, I would still recommend picking it up. I'm still having consistent sales even after all this backlash. And I understand, I am in the reselling business, and I know reselling has had a whole other effect on Carhartt. Reselling has really popularized it in ways where it was never intended to be popular in the first place, like overpriced, used jackets, stuff like that. So I understand that that segment of the Carhartt market probably isn't even thinking about this Carhartt issue at all. I still sell a lot of Carhartt to guys and women who want it for its durability and its quality of materials and such, and don't want to pay the full MSRP and would rather buy it on the resale market. So I sell a healthy mix to both of these parties. Like I said, this is not a political issue for me by any stretch. I just know Carhartt is getting a lot of buzz out there, and it's been a big part of my business for a long time. So I wanted to speak to it, and obviously I'm a YouTuber. I want to capitalize on the Carhartt buzz that's going around because, well, I have a platform to speak about it. So I'm still going to be buying Carhartt to resell, and I expect that as my business grows, the Carhartt sales will grow as well. But in the event that that doesn't happen and maybe Carhartt falls flat on its face, well, then I'll probably stop selling it then, because if it's not worth anything on the resale market, then it's not worth anything to me. That's just how I'm going to look at it. I'll still wear this hat. I mean, I bought it full price a few years ago. I'm gonna wear it until it falls apart probably, but that's just purely how I'm looking at this situation. I'm still buying Carhartt. I still think it's worth it, and it should be as simple as that. So if I bursted your bubble and you thought I was gonna get really political on this, I mean, I could have went down the whole rabbit hole of a lot of Carhartt stuff is sourced overseas anyways and all this stuff, but I didn't want to go there. I wanted to keep it simply logical for my business. And if you are a business owner, I advise you do the same. If it makes sense for your business, then keep doing it. If it doesn't make sense for your business, then cut it out. I think that's the proper way to look at a lot of these things, just with pure logic, not with emotion. So that's that. Carhartt's still worth it. I'm gonna keep on buying it. That's my spiel on Carhartt. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you looked a little bit into my mindset about how I calculate these decisions. Not that this was a big one, but it is a $6,000 a year decision. So that's that. That's today's video. I hope you guys had a good one. In the meantime, be good to one another, and I'll have another video up very, very soon. All right, take it easy, guys. Peace.